Hello, my lovelies. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the New Moon in Cancer presentation. Welcome all. Hey, Capricorn Emperor, Mondo, Jeff, Nadia, Alice. Hey, everyone. Okay, for those of you clicking in, I'm going to chit chat and catch up with my peeps on this live stream for a few minutes, and then I will go into the presentation that I have laid out for you, covering this kind of like the bigger full moon cycle, but definitely the first 2 weeks of this July 20th new moon in Cancer. So how is everyone? Hey, little sunshine. Oh, I love you too. Hey, Karina. How is everyone? Hey, Vanetta. Yay. Hey, everybody. How is the real Natalie chat? Yeah, how are you guys? How have you been feeling? We're like at the end of these eclipses. This today right now is officially the end of the back-to-back eclipses. So, it's you guys have had a couple things to go through. Hey, Angel, Patricia, yay! Hello. Priya, yeah, it's definitely been 11 p.m. in India. My goodness gracious. Catherine, hello. Yeah, so I guess for me, it's been a lot about clarity. A lot of clarity. I'm a Capricorn sun, Aquarian moon, and Cancer rising. So, needless to say, I have been hit quite intensely with these Capricorn Cancer axis eclipses this past couple years. Erica, all over the place at times. Definitely with all of the T-squares that we've been experiencing, and it's not over yet. There's more T-squares. But yeah, that will definitely make you feel, Erica, like you are just being pulled in all different directions in all these different areas of life as well. So props to you for, trying to have like a, when I get over, I like to have like a dashboard, even just visually. It's like, I call it my dash, and I just put stuff up. I just throw it up on the dash. It's one more of like a million things. But your look today reminds me of Alice from Twilight. Oh, I don't know who Alice from Twilight. I know Kristen Stewart, but I don't know if that was Alice. But thank you. Not feeling that great, but you cheer with your NMX. Oh, Mondo, I'm so sorry to hear that. Let's all send Mondo some good vibes. Yeah, energy-wise, really low. Personally, really super low energy. And also, I'm going through some ascension. I'm not sure about you guys, talking with your guides and your higher selves and your ancestors or whomever, or even just following your intuition. But I've been informed finally that I'm getting some new missions. So I have parts of the information, but I don't have all the information. It's very much like on a need to know basis. So, Arash, sending love and light day and night. Yay. Aww. Cap, Sun, Taurus, Moon, Cancer rising. Oh, okay. So we're definitely on like a very similar, especially with that Taurus moon. I love a Taurus moon. That's very sentimental. It's also, try to have some healthy snacks stocked around Catherine, because that's one of like the comfort things is Taurus moon wants to go and like buy something sparkly, a little sparkly bauble for themselves, or eat their favorite snack, or snuggle up in their favorite blankie. That's a very emotionally nurturing thing for you. Okay, hold on. Thank you for scouting us through these hard times. Absolutely. I would be doing this anyway. So I'm just so happy that we're together, that I can share this with you guys, that you're also in this frequency. I was just rewatching NATALE from this morning. Hey, Chris. Love your jacket. Aw, thanks. It's like a few years ago, and I don't really wear it a whole lot. The pockets are like super tiny. I lose everything when I put anything in there. Fraz, I feel calm, feeling strong and focused. There we go. That's like the golden band of frequency there. That's really where we want to sit, is like, I'm kind of seeing this eagle just sort of, or any kind of bird really, just soaring above it all and just staying calm, feeling strong and focused. I love that. Hello. Hey, Madison. Vanetta, I was wondering what new assignments you had coming. I would like to know too. I have parts of the information. I know certain things, but of course I want to know everything because I'm a Capricorn. So I have to, it's more of just, just getting used to knowing and being responsible for my part in it, because just like everyone else, I'm just one little part of like a much bigger machination. Chris, now Dragon, Astral Traveling, Cap, Sun, Aquarius, Moon, LMAO, been on a ride. Karina, absolutely. And it's interesting, Karina, your Aquarius Moon, I wonder what degree it is, because the United States has an Aquarius Moon. So that's pretty interesting. Dragon Emperor Cancer is my North Node. Fun. Okay, so that's I feel like a Cancer midheaven or a Cancer North Node is very tricky because it's very vulnerable. And we traditionally don't want something watery on the very top of our charts because it is so, you don't want to build on a lake or something. So it's very, very intuitive, Dragon Emperor, and it's like you're reaching in this lifetime to being empathetic and sharing your heart and sharing love, even when that gets taken for granted. Very Cancerian is to move on and give that to more nourishing places where you get some of that back. Okay, Jeff, waiting patiently but ready to move forward with things. Oh, that's another wonderful energy to sit in. Being very patient but yet still ready when it's like enacting. It's like hurry up and wait. If they get you all ready, hair, makeup, wardrobe, and then you wait. And then when they need you, it's like go. So it's kind of like that, but it's a really great like default, because then you're ready. Then you can just get up and go. So I like that. Virgo Moon. Oh, that doesn't mean too long. Moons and eclipses. Yeah, it's not just these eclipses, you guys. We've had these back to back super moons. So okay, everybody. This is let's jump right into the presentation. We'll call it like a 7-minute mark ish. So we have this new moon today, right now, in I have so many charts in front of me. Let me get the one that I'm looking for. In Cancer, in the 28th degree. So basically, you guys, this is something that I'm actually going to go back to the new moon eclipse, our Cancer new moon eclipse that happened. So about June 10th onward, put yourself in that space energetically. And as you maybe play this back later, go through your phone, your camera roll, and look to that date and go through your emails and look around those dates to see what was trying to come through or how you were feeling at that time, what was important to you, what made you sad, what made you excited, what was feeling like it needs to change, all of that. Very, very self-analyzing there. Because this new moon, it's a special, I'm calling it the blue moon, is a special second new moon in Cancer, which is quite unusual. So to have this happen, there's a lot that's different about the Cancerian new moon solar eclipse and the new moon that we're experiencing now. So what was trying to sort of get started, and here it's funny because the headlines for this, when I did that, I didn't have the headlines. It was the one that I didn't have, and I was like, there's no headlines, it's just destiny and fate. Like, it's just fate and destiny, whatever happens up. And I remember that. And so it's interesting because at that time we had Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto all retrograde. And so what we have now is only Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto and Chiron retrograde. So we have Mercury forward, Venus forward, Mars forward, and it's a really special moment right before Mars enters shadow. Mars is going to enter shadow, I believe, the 27th, the next week, before, Mars retrogrades. Yeah. So there's things that's different. Also, a really big difference is that at the new moon solar eclipse, Saturn was still in Aquarius, still in the 0th degree of Aquarius. And right now, Saturn is right with Pluto and Jupiter retrograding in Capricorn, opposing this new moon. So there's this energy. Okay. And the biggest thing here is, there's a difficult aspect, but I'm going to talk about the positive first. I'm going to talk about the positive first. So this opposition is something that I feel like I know. I don't want to scare anybody. I want you to look at this as a really positive lunation. And I know that you guys have already been through it. I know that I said that the last 6 months are going to be harder than the first 6 months, and that's totally true. But here's the difference, is that you are going to be so much stronger You guys are going to just be so much more self-aware and in control of your own responsibilities and knowing what's important to you, knowing who you are, knowing what you will do, what you won't do, who you like to talk to, who you don't like to talk to, the vibes you want to invite into your life and you want more of, and the vibes that you know you need to work a little harder at putting the boundaries up. Like, you'll know all that stuff, and you'll be knowing more of that as this goes on and rolls forward. So what's really special about this lunation is that we have the moon in her home of Cancer opposing Saturn in his home of Capricorn. So here we have these two archetypes, this mother-father archetype. And I know that people are scared of this, but I see this totally differently. There's a huge potential here. This is a portal opening. Okay. And I want you to be able to walk through it. And there's going to be a difference, and you're going to be able to tell if you're going to be able to walk through this or not, because I'm going to explain it to you. So how I feel about this, like when I first started to look at this, it really feels like a mom and dad that, oh my God, hold on. I have to tell you guys about this. So this right here, anyone experiencing the same thing, let me know. It's like at the very top of my head, it tingles. You know, like when hair is falling or it's moving from one direction to another and you can feel it moving and it's that funny tingly feeling. It feels like that, but more tingling. It's right here, and it'll start and it'll stop out of nowhere. Start and stop and start and stop. And then this morning, the first time it started, when it stopped, this all became like hot, like my crown, like it all became very like a disc of red orange warmth, and it was just heat. And then it cooled down. It was the weirdest thing. So I'm sorry that Patricia, that's your, yes, crown. Yes, definitely. That's part of this. That's part of the missions. But I just wanted to share. I don't know why I feel like I'm like compelled to tell you, but if anyone's sharing that or feeling other, Little Sunshine Water Baby said her head feels hot too. Oh, I have to check that out. Yes, I get that tingling. Yes, yes. Garms, yes. Chakras, my hands, a rash. My hands have been vibrating too. That's sort of normal for me. Like I feel the energy coming through them. But that's exciting that your hands have been vibrating. Pull some tarot cards. Oh my gosh, yes, for like a week now. Erica knows. Okay. On this shit sticky hot Sunday. Thanks, AJ Holland. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to. Hi, Bob Marley. Yes, me too. Have been tingling too. Okay, this is good to know. This is good. See, when I get like a team of like researchers to just take notes of all this, and then we can really put psychism into a study and make, like, this is all good to know. So thank you, everyone. So yeah, so this has to do with my new missions, but if anyone else is feeling that, let us know in the comments below, and we'll save it for the psychic studies later on. Okay, so back to this. I feel like, God, it's really distracting. I'm sorry, it really is distracting, because when it first started, I would look in the mirror, I wash my head, I blow dry, I'm like, but no, it's the crown. Okay, so what this feels like, the energy, what it really feels like as I'm like in the energy, it feels like a mother and a father meeting together and having like a conversation at the table regarding you, something that's important to you, something that is really almost even make or break you, or something really big, something that you care about, your life purpose, your direction, an affirmation, a validation. There's something. And it's mom and dad in their element, in their strongest elements, moon in Cancer, the most motherly, okay, and then Saturn in Capricorn, the most fatherly, responsible ever. And here they get to communicate. And this is what I'm telling you. It's like, this is a portal. You have these energies. It's like the cosmic mother and father meeting and looking at you and saying, okay, this is what you want. You couldn't get all the way through this. You couldn't really go for this because Saturn and Capricorn. So you still had to purge something out at that Capricorn penumbra lunar eclipse that was not something that you were going to be able to take with you into the future. So here we are back around at this Cancer new moon. And what are we going to make of this? Now, the answer is in Neptune, because Neptune is trining this new moon and sextiling all that stuff in Capricorn. So you want to be as aspirational, high vibrational, meditative, and you really want to go spiritual with this. You don't want to go into self-delusion. You don't want to go into victim mentality. You don't want to, because here's the thing, over the next 2 weeks, and give it the full 2 weeks, because listen, everything that I'm telling you guys right now, it's to steer these energies. You are not controlling any of this. You have to steer it the best that you possibly can, especially right now, because the corresponding full moon is going to be crazy. And I'm going to actually talk about that here. So this is going to be maybe a long video. I'm not quite sure, but you guys can always, click back in. But so there's this opposition. So there's something that you need from all of these energies, the sun, the moon, Jupiter, Pluto, but mostly Saturn, because this is where it's exactly 28 degrees standing across from each other in the sky. So here's how to be successful with this. If you can honor what your cosmic mother asks of you and your cosmic father asks of you, and you maintain this Neptunian faith and belief that sticking with, for instance, truth, love, and integrity, it's just think high vibrational. And if you can align that way, you can walk right through this portal and be very successful. Okay. So this is telling us that wherever this Cancerian area of life, whatever that rules for you, because remember, we still have Mercury in Cancer, and Mercury is involved in this lunation prominently. So you did go back and rethink all of this. So what's happening right now isn't, I'm not telling you anything new. I'm just helping you take what you've already learned and know and steer these energies to get the outcome that you ideally want for yourself. So whatever this new beginning is, and it could be something that you've reconsidered, it could be something you're going back to. Mercury retrograde, you pick something back up. It could be, a second chance in some cases, or just a new beginning in something. You need to nurture it, take really good care of it. And Cancer is about morality. Okay. So you have to really be in your morals. You have to think, you have to have really wonderful manners. You have to be respectful and kind and generous. And when others in front of you are being disrespectful and unkind, you don't call them out on it. You have to sip your little teacup and mind your own a little bit, because it's rude a little to make someone aware in that moment that they're being disrespectful, or that they're being unkind, or that they are showing very poor character. And that's where Father comes in. This is where Father Saturn helps in that area, because Saturn is integrity. Capricorn is integrity. Capricorn is responsibility and using your commitments responsibly, committing to things that you just love taking responsibility for. Capricorn wants you to stay in that integrity. Capricorn and Cancer, it's about building character. And where does character come from? Where does self-respect come from? It takes its own responsibility for itself. That's where it comes from. It's when you are ready to take full responsibility of your life, your happiness, your well-being, your relationships, your failures, your successes, your everything. That's when self-respect is and that is totally in conflict with any overinflated ego identities. So there could be real cognitive dissonance in a lot of people right now, because they kind of can't do that, or they're not in a space to do that right now, to treat something with nurturing caringness, and to have and to structure it with complete integrity and complete moral integrity is probably the perfect marriage of this. So that's what the cosmos is asking of you. And that's why it's in opposition, because both of these energies need to meet in the middle. You can't be too heavy handed. You can't be like, I'm going to control you forever and ever and always. And then you can't be oversensitive and Cancer and just like, there has to be a really nice, solid footing there. And with a Neptune aspecting both of these lights, that's your out. That's the how. That's what you want to aspire to when the going gets tough over these next 2 weeks, because this could be wherever this is happening in your life, there's that compromise that's needed. So depending on how you feel about this compromise, depending on how this Mercury retrograde played out for you, and over the past couple of weeks with the Sun opposing Pluto, with Mars and Chiron in square, you could have made a mess of things up until now, or someone made a mess of things with you up until now, or you know what I'm saying? So if there's any cleanup work to do, you can do it, is what I'm saying. If there's any apologies, anything, now is the time to clean it up, because you have Neptune in great aspect to both of the lights. So that's compassion, that's empathy, forgiveness. Okay, let's move on to the T-square. Yes, there's a T-square between Mars, Jupiter retrograde, Mercury opposing Jupiter, Mars, Jupiter retrograde, and Mercury in this lunation. Mars is squaring both Mercury and Jupiter. Mercury is not totally completely opposing Jupiter. It's a little bit far. It's very, very far. So that part isn't technical, but I'm still going to say so I don't want to say it's like a full T-square. However, Mars is still squaring Mercury and Jupiter, and Mercury is still moving forward. That's awkward for me. Not just for me, but it's awkward in the sky. So let's say this is like a baby almost T-square. But I'm going to treat it like it is because of what it's doing, and because it's in the same sign that this new moon is. So there's still this weird little battle with Mars. And what this is showing us is that Aries part of your life over the next 6 months is what's also going to be helping Saturn's agenda, assuring that you do all of this right, okay? So with Mercury square Mars, I want to point you towards that Neptune, because this Mercury square Mars, it could just be more difficult conversations, painful conversations, and it could spiral out of control. Okay. Let's see what I wrote down, actually. June 20th, acted as a tool of okay. Now I'm talking about June 20th. Acted as a tool of destiny, heralding the beginning of a culmination. But we still needed to purge the Capricorn full moon eclipse before we can truly make way. So whatever was going on with you in June, it's fate and destiny. Whatever you were feeling, that was your higher guidance. This is how we get to figure out who's going to walk through the portal and who is not going to walk through the portal. So also, one of you mentioned scattered or all over the place or distracted. I think that's also been the case with me, where it's really strange, but it feels like I don't remember what I said to who, when, in what way. So it's really bizarre. It's really, really, really bizarre. And it just feels like, did I say that? Did I say that on YouTube? Did I say that in a text message? Did I say that on Patreon? Did I text that to someone? Did I message them? And I've never had that before. So if that's part of this for you, that's something to know, and please comment below. Okay, so this is how we get to figure out who's walking through the portal and who's not going to. If you've been actively trying to change your life for the better these last couple of years, you will walk through the portal this week, or the next 2 weeks, let's say, over the next 2 weeks, over this next lunation cycle. And you will ascend and walk through it a lot sooner, a lot easier. And it'll be because you have your own information. Like I get my own downloads about my new missions. I have like some of the information, but not all of it. It'll be the same with you. You'll have your own language of the way this communication happens for you, how the cosmos chooses to communicate with you through animals, through nostalgia, through, but you're going to be the one that's going to notice it and see it. This new moon has benefits and advantages for those who have integrated the Cancerian and the Capricornian lessons into synergized masculine and feminine energies. So, over these last few years with these Cancer Capricorn eclipses, and remember when I talked about the ego stuff with Sun opposite Pluto and how you've got to integrate those energies in order to be able to like even love or even extend and make a real true honest connection with someone else. It's really clear when someone's ego is like twitching out, and it shows up in body language. Now I want to go off on a body language tangent. I'll just give you this real little thing. I officially taught downtown Chicago body language reading. Did you hear that little hummingbird? That little hummingbird just screamed. That was adorable. And so the underlying why of body language reading, like why it works or why it's real or what have you, is because when a human lies, the body sends out nervous energy despite you trying not to show it. Try not to show it. Whatever it is, 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 the body sends out that nervous energy. So for me as a psychic, I just see more and I know more and I get more out of that. So it's really clear to me personally when someone has like a cognitive dissonance and they have those energies don't see each other. They're not integrated. I want you to be able to see it. I want you to be able to see the same thing. So your intuition will kind of tell you that maybe someone's apologizing, but something's a little bit off. You have to go with that. That's where it begins. The more you follow your intuition, the stronger it becomes, and the louder and the more intense that voice becomes. And then you trust it more and more, and then it's right more and more. And it just, I totally forgot I had tea. Give me one. Oh, does anybody else have scuba snacks? Totally forgot I had this. They have tells. Yes, Patricia, they have tells. And every single person has their own little, tells. Dragon Emperor, I let my ego have too much power a month ago. And bless you, Dragon Emperor, for saying that, because the more that we can all be honest about this stuff, like, about our own power imbalances and dealios, I feel like it's a lot easier for other people to say, okay, I have power issues. Let me deal with this. So thank you for that. Peter, you have so many talents. It's a weird life. Kalila, hey girl, hey, I caught you live. Yoo-hoo! Thank you for your commitment to the collective. Many blessings upon your head, my best friend in my head. Yay, Natalie. I'm from the Shy too. Oh, that's so cool. Yay. Honestly, you guys, I'm happy that we're all together. I'm happy that we all found each other. I'm so grateful that you guys connect, that you and I connect. So I may be your guys' best friend in your head, but you guys are my best friend in my head. So I talk to you guys in my head too. That's why sometimes I'm like, did I tell them that? Did I tell them this? Or did I tell them that? Or did I say it this way? That's funny. Coffee, coffee, coffee. I miss coffee, cherry season. Yum. Tea right now. All right. Madison. I've had so many blocks these last few months. Yeah, these last few months, and it's interesting. Those supermoons were little bursts of that, and I feel like now is helping integrate those maybe traumatic experiences, March until now, January until now. So working on those blocks in your own good timing. That's all that you need to really concern yourself with. Do not ever compare yourself to anyone else, either professionally or spiritually or, whatever it is. That's something that I see that I really want to bear down on, is that I'm here to help you on your own individual path. And of course, we're all connecting here and everything, but keep that focus. Like, your blocks will only feel that much more like insurmountable if you keep like either comparing yourself or focusing on what's like not working or how you're not getting through it. It's really shifting the attention, shifting everything. Sorry, those are the sprinklers. Maybe water. Maybe water is good for you. Maybe like relaxing in like a pool, or like, I don't do boats or yachts or anything, but okay. I'm getting all over the place. Okay, let's get back in here. So those of you that have been trying to change your life, if a few years ago you're like, I need to change this, I can't stay here, I can't stay in this energy, whatever it is. If you've been working and that you've just been encountering blocks, that's better. It's better that you're encountering blocks, because it means that you're trying to change. So these blocks are actually building blocks. They're stepping stones. And because I promise you, when you come out the other end, you're going to look back at all of that and you're going to realize, like, that's why all that happened. I promise you. Okay, so if you've been working, if you've been trying to change your life, this is going to help. This is really going to help. And some of you will even see material manifestations of some of that work that you've been trying to do, because with Saturn, what you earn, you get. So whether that's a lump of coal in the stocking, whether that's a little trinket, whether that's a really big ticket item, you'll get what you've earned with Saturn. So some of you over these next 2 weeks are going to really win here, and you're going to get a really great, there could be, let me keep on this little thing, hold on. If so, you will draw strength and guidance from the self-respect Saturn built into you in this area of life. So Saturn in Capricorn, in many ways, this is a bigger cycle, like a 30-year, maybe even 35-year cycle that Saturn has been working. And it's a big deal that Saturn is in his home sign of Capricorn. So if you've done the Saturn work and taken the lashings, taken the beatings, taken the hard pain, because pain is the greatest teacher, and you alchemize that pain into providence and you let it change you, and you said, I had to get rid of my power issues, I had to get rid of my ego issues, I had to get rid of my attachment issues, I had to get rid of my, what other issues are there? Whatever dissociative issues, whatever the issues are, if you let Saturn work on you to get to a point where you take responsibility for all this stuff, that's where the self-respect is like, boom. That's how you get, okay. So it's a Saturn portal. That's right. I forgot I called it that. I've been calling it the Saturn portal, the Saturn portal, Saturn portal. Okay, now it's Saturn portal now until the 3rd of August, where you may receive karma in the form of justice, power, prestige, advancement, or authority for you to see your objective to completion. So it's like, for instance, if you've been encountering lots of blocks, but you've been overcoming them and you've been integrating, if you've been integrating cosmic mother, cosmic father into yourself, where you are cosmic mother to yourself and you are cosmic father to yourself, and you take responsibility for your entire life. Saturn, may I walk through, please? Saturn, I did it all. I swear. You can check me. Can I go? Yes. And then you get what you want because you earned it. I'm obviously Saturn ruled, so I have to like it. I don't have a choice, but yeah, it could be really, that's why I'm saying for some of you, especially, let's talk a little bit about the full moon, just a little bit here. So this full moon is going to be crazy because there are 2 real full T-squares in this August 3rd full moon. It involves, let's see, the sun is opposing the moon, obviously, but Uranus squares both the lights. So there's a moon, sun, Uranus T-square. So you're going to want to focus into Scorpio energies. There's also Mercury and Cancer opposing Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. Squaring Mars. Oh my God, you guys. So Mercury's opposing all of the tribe, the Capricorn vibe tribe. And then Mars is squaring both Mercury and Capricorn. Now, here's the thing. Mars has been squaring Mercury, there's also this is the last Venus Neptune square. So it's like the rose colored glasses are off. But here's what's interesting about this full moon, August 3rd. And that's going to send the empty leg into Libra. So the more diplomatic you can be and strategic, let's be honest here, Scorpio is very strategic, that you can be to offset, because what's really going to be lit up like a Christmas tree is the Leo, Cancer, Aries, Aquarius, Capricorn areas of your life. So talk about being pulled in like 3 different directions, talk about 6 different directions. Now, that's just like a very special energy here. Venus is right with the North Node. So anything you're doing right now on this new moon, this is why I'm trying to help you guys and steer it, because this outcome is going to be unexpected. It's going to be it's going to be inflammatory. It's going to be unexpected. It's going to be a big reaction to what you've been working on, what you're doing here. So there's a little peek. I mean, you can just even look at it. It looks a little bit crazy. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. If you're not in your integrity, if you're not in your morality, if you're not in your kindness and in your empathy, it's going to blow back really bad in a very unexpected way. And I also told you guys during the Sun Pluto opposition that, if anyone is being Mars and Aries right now over this time, it's going to go bad. It's going to go downhill because Capricorn has all the power and you're going to make powerful enemies. So over the next 6 months, like, you just really can't get away with it. No one can. So everyone's accruing their own karma. Everyone's got their own little bank, and you just worry about your own karma. You don't worry about anyone else's karma. Just worry about your own karma. Okay. But for the purpose, I want you to be able to see other people's karma. I want you to see what they're creating. So when someone bullies me, I just know that they're creating bad karma for themselves, and I know to put my attention elsewhere. That's all you need to do. And let karma take care of them. Let everyone else, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So others that either they could have sensed the change but really resisted it, or they've been working really hard to keep everything exactly the same, or they want the change that they want to make, but they are resisting the internal changes that the cosmos is trying to change out of them, like to make them earn it. In any of those cases, they will stay lost and they'll wallow. It's this weird energy where some people could be very frustrated and not know what to do, and they're going to try to do see, it's like bothering me. I can feel it. It's just so weird. Crown activation stuff. It's just weird. All right, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, so hold on. There was somewhere very specific I wanted to go with this. This Neptune. It's Neptune. So I'm telling you, you can be very inspired and use it for inspiration, use it for empathy and forgiveness. But this can also be delusion. Actually, this Neptune-Venus square is a little bit of that, where things just don't look the way you want them to look. That's the bottom line. So the reasons behind that can be different for everyone. Maybe someone's really sad about the world, and Venus square Neptune, it's like, oh, I thought everyone was going to cooperate and that we were going to get rid of it, but we're not cooperating and we're not doing anything together, and it really upsets me. Or it could be, this person shouldn't be successful because I should be successful, and why are they successful and I'm not successful? That doesn't look like how I want it to look, and I'm upset about that. Could be something like that for other people. You have to be a little bit of Michael Corleone and put yourself in other people's perspectives and see how they're seeing the situation in order to help answer some of their bad behavior. If you're that interested, if a lot of times all that kind of and I feel like the Terminator sometimes, like that it all happens quick. And that's how the intuition works, is that it happens really fast. It downloads all that information. So be on the lookout for that. When people are jealous, because Venus square Neptune can be very jealous. Like if you're one of the people that are getting these, like, I don't know, honors or whatever, and you have someone that's like, you know, whacking out, it's Venus, Neptune. I'm sorry. Sorry about that, guys. But it could also be like being really disillusioned and upset. Like I thought this, or I believed this, and I was totally wrong. I couldn't have been more wrong. What was I thinking? Could be that too. But that's if you haven't integrated these energies. So let's keep it moving here. Okay. There could be passionate. Oh, this is Mars. Okay. There could be passionate, heated, different viewpoints which need patience and diplomacy to work on. Be careful of lashing out, immature behavior, and other ego traps, because this is still happening. And even in the new moon of August 18th, Mars is actually squaring Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto, but trining the new moon, which will be with Mercury at this time. I know, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Okay, so I'm just saying, because we don't have a lot of lunations left before the year is out. And when I say that, it's not because there's anything special about the year being out. I'm really talking about Saturn moving into Aquarius. So there's only like a few of these lunations, a few of these emotional lunar cycles for us to integrate and build these foundations before it's Aquarian land. Okay, not like that's bad or anything. Just saying. Okay. People resisting change will be frustrated and confused, while those who have been dreaming and working for change will find lots of motivation. So that could be motivation for some, and a real test of maturity, you know, like more of Saturn making you earn something. Or you can let it get the best of you and you can lash out and you're going to feel upset with yourself afterwards. But if that happens, just, you know, you're paying with the pain for everything that you're earning for yourself. But it's not pain for pain's sake, it's pain for learning. So that's my opinion on anything painful for myself happening to me or within me, whatever. It's like, what am I trying to learn? Like, please don't let this pain be for absolutely nothing. Let it be for something, please. Okay, so there are some environments rife with gossiping. I have clacking, like clack, 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 clack. So keep that in mind as well. There's a very unhealthy, oh, that's right, obsessiveness over the next 2 weeks as well. So be careful of this. And I normally do not look for asteroids or points. This is a little bit special. This could really work with that jealousy, the jealousy aspects that we have here: Mercury square Mars, Venus square Neptune, and even Neptune interacting with this moon and Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter. They could use all this energy the wrong way. So be really, really careful of anyone that could just be obsessing about you, or if you're obsessing about anyone else or anything else. Really pay attention to it and see if it's something that you're guided to go down into, because there's a difference between a flow state and like being super obsessed about something. A flow state will increase your own self-respect, and I don't want to get into all that. But a flow state is a very special place to actually give me a second, because I actually did some writing about it. Let me see if I have it down here, just really quick. I don't know why. Just really simply, in a flow state, like when you're working on a drawing, if you're drawing and painting or something, you're highly focused, you're concentrated, you are obsessed. You are obsessed. You forget about your physical needs, you forget about eating, or you put off going to the bathroom, you shut down any mind wanderings, you shut down any digressions, and you focus, you hyper focus on what you're doing because you're so into it. You get dopamine. Okay. There's some, or if you're knitting a sweater, whatever it is for you, you're getting a reward sensation. You're feeling rewarded, engaging in this activity. And that's what helps create a sense of timelessness. That's what it feels like when we as artists, writing, painting, drawing, playing music, and that's what helps increases self-esteem. So self-respect is more integrity, okay? But self-esteem is what comes after this flow experience. It's you get into a flow and you're creating music with your friends, for instance, and then you guys are done, and it's like, whoa, I feel like I got high for a second there. Or after like a really huge concert. So some things that help people get into that flow state: running, playing games, painting, drawing, artistic stuff. That's different than what I'm talking about here. This is very unhealthy obsession. It's Pluto involved, and it's Pluto is really, really tweaking out with some very selfish energies. So make sure that you are. Sorry, hold on. I'm sorry. Okay. With these really selfish energies. So I just don't want you to be really naive or go into something that you're not seeing clearly. And you should be okay with this Neptune squaring Venus. You should be walking into everything with your eyes wide open in your relationships, in your professional, whatever's going on there. Okay. Over the next two, there will be a demand. There can be a demand. There could be something unavoidable to discuss. The manner in which you're moving forward, and this is kind of what I feel. It really feels like Mercury is squaring opposing Jupiter. I know it's not. It's technically not. It's way too far away. But I'm just saying, Mars squaring both Mercury and Jupiter is where I get this. This is like, there could be something really demanding, or there could be a very selfish energy that's like, we have to talk about this. We have to, like, how are we going to move forward? Because this new beginning for yourself, it's not even like a brand new beginning. It can be, but it's dealing with themes, energetic themes that have been working on you, that you've been working through for the past couple of years. So this is a big step in that objective of yours. And there could be this very demanding influence, or something that really demands your attention. There could be accusations and mistrust, or simply a very enthralling conversation or ongoing exciting conversation. Because remember, it's how we're using these energies. So you could, get into like an internet fight, or you can get into a really exciting conversation with someone who's super into something that you are. Or you can go on like a fan message board, and have like an enthralling back and forth there, instead of getting into like an internet fight. It's like, what are we choosing? Oh, this is funny. You could be forced onto stage or to speak on something painful, more revealed. One non-negotiable is that you absolutely must proceed with open eyes. There could be disillusionment, catfishing, misunderstandings, and disappointment when something we want doesn't meet our idealizations. The way forward is through refreshingly compassionate energy sent from you through your words, in speech, text, and email. It's writing your own ticket for August 3rd. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if let's say you went and did like the internet fight, come August 3rd, it could blow up and it's out of your control. But let's say you go on the forum, the fan forum, and you just like, that could be really like a weird serendipitous positive thing happening there, is what I'm saying. Okay. So I hope that wasn't too convoluted. Basically, you're able to make very wonderful progress on something that is meaningful to you from the June 10th, June 20th-ish. However, it will take maturity and grace and integrity and morality and the higher ethics of transcending humanness, is what it feels like with this Neptune aspect. And everything else in the background, the other squares, all of that stuff, it feels like that's more of the human petty part, where what the new moon is really about is cosmic energies integrating in a human being and just watching that gloriousness manifest. So if you can focus on living your highest self and walking through with these integrated cosmic mother energies and integrated cosmic father energies and integrated soul, ego, identity, love, conversational energies. I mean, you've been working through a lot and you're about to go through Mars retrograde. You came out of Venus retrograde, you came out of Mercury retrograde, you came out of these back-to-back eclipses, you've had all these supermoons. That Scorpio supermoon just about flushed all of us out of tears, but wait, there's more. And then we have these 3 eclipses. So you know more. You this is not your first rodeo. You know what you value, you know what you're about, and this is a great next 2 weeks to walk through the portal as your highest self, as this newly minted, because each corresponding lunation is going to be about something different. But this is a real chance for you to solidify something that's going to be really good for yourself if you can maintain the highest ethics that the cosmos wants of you. Okay. Okay. Now, how does this affect the United States of America? I'm not going to spend too much on this. Okay. And that's because regardless with whether this is the United States of America or you as a person or me as a person or that person as a person, the outcome is going to be so unexpected. It's going to be so wild. So, I mean, it's just safe. It's just safe to just be very high vibrational, because this is going to be very, very unexpected with Uranus in this T square with the moon and the sun and Taurus, like, and they're fixed. Okay, I don't want to get into that now. Okay, so really quickly, give me a second here. I don't know. I feel like I really don't want to talk about this. I'm not going to stay on this like for long at all. I actually really wanted to do Britney Spears because she has the conservatorship court date the 22nd, and she's a Sagittarius, I believe, which is already, without looking at anything else, a fantastic chart for the United States. I really wanted to get into that. But this new moon for the United States is conjuncting our natal Mercury retrograde, and it activates this natal Mercury opposite Pluto aspect. So basically, the United States is going through our Pluto return. So what's going to be happening over the next few years is basically what happened when we formed the country, which is building it from the bottom up. And these last 6 months are still about falling down and things coming down. And with this Mars and Aries going to be squaring all this Capricorn in the second house, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The youth, interesting. The youth, the children of the nation, are going to be continually rebelling against the authorities and specifically attacking resources and attacking money, money of the country, which, geez, it looks like the interests are going to be good publicity and favoring corporations, favoring big business, favoring institutions, favoring what's already been established. So Mars is going to be, that's just going to be the rest of the year. So the energy is not going to be really fulfilled until next year, maybe January. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. there's going to be more violence. There's going to, and as far as, yeah, I just don't see anyone getting along. I don't see anyone getting along quite yet. But this is really a lot of things that have been bubbling up the last couple of years. So there's going to be some headway for those who are seeing the bigger picture. Now, what's interesting is that all of us feel like there's something underneath this pandemic, right? We all, and everyone that I've seen, everyone that I've read, like every single person has a different thing or idea. But what I see that everyone says yes to is that there's more. And the reason for that is because of this exact thing. Mercury retrograde opposes the natal Pluto in America's birth chart. So it's really paranoid, very, very paranoid energy, the United States is. Media is a big factor. Media and communication. And it looks like a lot of disinformation over the next couple weeks. So there will be stuff coming to light, but there's going to be a lot of very convincing lies. So I wouldn't, that's very South Node in Sagittarius. Keep that in mind. So I really wouldn't get too emotionally invested and involved in, sounds so weird to say. But really you're going to want to make yourself comfortable, because over the last couple years that you've been trying to make these changes in your personal life, the world is shifting and changing right in alignment with you changing your life and going with these changes. So I just want you to have a little bit of faith in that whatever is going on globally or nationally, that you have a very special destiny, and all you're responsible for is that. Okay, my loves. Okay, I'm going to head over to Patreon, and we're going to do special interpretations and tarot spreads for each individual sign. Let me just see. Set Brit free. I know, right? I really wanted to, I would love to just, that's a lot of time. By the way, like the kind of astrological peaking, but I would love to see how we can help, to be honest. Astrologically and psychically, that'd be so cool if we had a coalition that could help. Okie dokie. Yes or never. I love you guys. I love you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna head over now. I know I'm lingering, sorry. So I don't want to say goodbye. And I'll bring more. I'm feeling like I might do something on the crown, and I might share that with you guys. So we'll see how that develops, and we'll see. So take very good care, my loves. Very, very good care. The Patreon is the patreon.com/theartigan. I'll put it in the link below, and I will see you guys soon. So take very good care, and remember everything I said. You can do it over the next 2 weeks, and you're going to have a really great full moon. Okay? I love you guys. Mwah, darlings. Mwah, mwah, mwah.